she's not selling anything or she's not promoting anything while literally promoting her brand the whole way through. Jaclyn doesn't have a single fucking share while supporting somebody who has been openly racist and transphobic. Jaclyn throws shade at Kaylin for not trademarking. Influencers need to have trust and integrity, and when you lose that, you lose the respect of your whole fucking following. Like, stop being upset at other people's reactions to your fucking actions. Hey guys, so today's video, I want to talk about everything that's going on with Jaclyn Hill. I made a long content video a little while ago. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it below and stick it in the cards here. Jaclyn came back recently with a video called Let's Talk, where basically she takes everything she's been criticised of in the past couple of months, accuses everyone else of they don't understand what's going on, and shading different people in different businesses. So really grown as a 32-year-old.
I think this is just what it's like to get older. Like, I'm 32, I've been doing this shit for like 11 years at this point. I'm not canceling people.
I'm 33 and I feel like she hasn't grown since she turned 26, in my opinion. She's still doing the same shit year after year after year, not growing from it, not changing from it, not trying to do better, and instead just putting all the blame and all the bullshit on everybody else and drama channels, because she shaded a drama channel during this as well, because she's been called Jaclyn Shill before.
I don't want you guys to think I'm over here trying to be Jaclyn Shill.
And in that video, she turned around and said that she's not selling anything or she's not promoting anything while literally promoting her brand the whole way through.
I'm realizing that this might look like a Jaclyn Cosmetics ad, and that is not my intention at all. This is mine from my brand, my under eye brightening primer right here with my Jaclyn Cosmetics concealer right here. This is my brand, Jaclyn Cosmetics. I'm gonna go in with 2 of my powders, and I'm gonna go in with my under eye loose powder, bronzer. And again, I'm like kind of hating that everything right now is Jaclyn Cosmetics.
Hi. What are we doing? Jen Loves Reviews, I'll link her channel below, has done some incredible reporting on this subject, so I will make sure to link her channel. I'm going from her recent tweet, which shows all of the related videos, which I'm going to comment on. Her first tweet says, "I'm not surprised Jaclyn didn't admit that she is not the CEO or owner of the or any type of shareholder in Jaclyn Cosmetics. But I'm a bit shocked at the doubling down. Then it gets worse. These 6 clips from her video tell you everything you need to know." So what that's relating to is Morphe is in the process of going through bankruptcy, and Morphe has always been a partial owner of Jaclyn Cosmetics. When Jaclyn first came out with her launch video for all of her 20 mouldy ass lipsticks, she turned around and said that it is a family business and she was the sole owner, and she was consistent saying that she'd put her money into this business.
And this is my brand reveal video because it's my brand and it literally has my name on it, and that I am launching a brand that I am so proud to be the owner of. I cannot even begin to tell you. Like, they are buying into a family business when they purchase from Jaclyn Cosmetics. The issues that my customers are having with my first launch of my brand, Jaclyn Cosmetics, and doing a very in-depth investigation to figure out exactly what's going on so that I can give you the most informed information as a brand owner. That I take full responsibility for what happened, you guys. Like, it was my company and it was my name. Yes, I had business partners. It's like I was forced to hire on people. I was forced to get investors.
And yet there's been legal documentation for all of the lipsticks from the Lipstick Lab.
15,000 lipsticks.
The idea for my brand is to create luxury products, okay, that are beautiful, amazing, feel awesome in your hands, feel expensive, but for an affordable price, which makes me so excited that you can buy 3 of my lipsticks for $49, because there's luxury lipsticks out there that are more than $49.
It shows all the documentation of who the owners, who put the cash in, etc. for the company, and Jaclyn doesn't have a single fucking share.
We've been talking around in circles on YouTube about whether Jaclyn ever owned Jaclyn Cosmetics. And really all we knew is that Jaclyn doesn't currently own Jaclyn Cosmetics, because the court papers say that they are a former parent company and that Jaclyn is not an investor at this moment. But what we didn't know is if Jaclyn ever owned her company. So we know for a fact that Morphe purchased the lipstick bullets for Jaclyn Cosmetics, which leads me to believe that Jaclyn never owned Jaclyn Cosmetics, even back to that original lipstick launch.
In this video, all she does is double down and say that I don't care what legal documents you've seen, that is not the case.
I don't care what documents you've seen. You don't know what's in process. You don't know what's happened. You don't know who's lying out there. You don't know. Unless you literally work for me, you don't know.
I genuinely don't even know what to say at this point. She's become so enamored with herself. She is so up her own arse. and so sucking her own dick that she can't even admit she is not a fucking owner at all of the company. What this brand is, plain and simple, is a Morphe fucking collab with Jaclyn's name on it. Because Morphe own the whole brand, they put all the money in, they're the ones who still haven't paid the lab for Lipstick Gate. You know, the ones that had metal and ingredients that hadn't broken down and were clearly old and affecting people because people were getting irritations on their lips. This would honestly explain why it took Jaclyn so long to turn around a video to explain what the fuck was going on, rather than just saying, look, we're looking into it, we've taken all your comments and advice on, and we're in the process of investigating, and we'll have more information soon. She could have just done a 2-minute video to say that. Considering everyone bought it from her YouTube channel, it was her responsibility to say something. She didn't. And the timeline it took her to turn this shit around was very, I always thought, similar to when we had all the faults with the Vault collection from Morphe. It took her ages to come out with anything because it was Morphe who were the ones who needed to give her the information to turn out the video. That all now makes sense.
Like, even still, I deal with it on a weekly, on a monthly basis. People thinking that I'm shady, that I have terrible business practice, that I'm stealing things from people, or I'm not being transparent. And it's like, it's so exhausting when it comes to business, because it's like, guys, it's business. Like, I do not owe you explanations. You do not know what's going on behind the scenes. You do not know the conversations that are being had. You literally don't know. You don't know.
Her attitude towards saying, I do not owe you explanations. No, honestly, she doesn't. She doesn't need to explain to people what's going on. But then she can't exactly expect that if you're not going to provide any explanations, that people are going to consistently trust you, that people are going to consistently trust your brand. Your brand literally turned out the worst makeup launch, first launch of a company ever. And you had to build the trust from there. And therefore, you were going to be completely scrutinised over every single little thing you fucking said. And you need to take responsibility for that. You fucked up and people are going to scrutinise you. It's really not that fucking hard to understand. But it's the consistent victim mentality that she's being bullied by the internet when she's the one who consistently fucking lies out of her teeth. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that she, like I said, she was consistently selling her brand and her Morphe collabs. I don't have a problem with her doing that. The problem I have is the fact that she turned around and said that she wasn't going to sell anything in this video.
Today, I am not here to introduce a new product. I'm not here to sell you anything.
I feel like she's now so removed from reality. If you are promoting a product, even if you are not literally selling it, if it's in like a favourites video, for example, and you say, oh my God, I really like this product, it's da-da-da-da, you might not be getting any money from it. You may not be selling it whatsoever, but you are promoting it. You are promoting it to your following, and that is your responsibility as an influencer, that you are influencing people. It's really not hard to understand. And considering the fact that she linked everything, people don't have a problem with you making money. Just be honest. When people link things like, oh, this is the product and here's the link to it, but don't actually say, I get a commission from you using this link. By just not being upfront about that, people are pissed off. That's also, I'm pretty sure, illegal to do. It's like the hashtag ad thing. You have to specify when you're making fucking money. So I appreciate when influencers turn around and say, look, I'm going to link it below. I have an affiliate link. You don't have to use that link, but if you want to use it, I get a 10% commission. It doesn't cost you anything. It just means that I get a commission from the sale. It's literally like selling, you know, in Boots or something. If you go to like the benefit little display area and someone comes up to you and says, can I help you with anything? And they sell 3 products, like a bronzer, a primer and a mascara or something. They get a commission from the sale at the end of the month because they sold more products. It's really not hard to understand. It happens everywhere. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's when you fucking lie about it. It is the consistent lying that people have a problem with. It is not that difficult to understand. Oh my God, it is exhausting. So coming on from this, she turns around and says that with the whole Lashgate thing with Michaela, people were being over dramatic and people just needed to leave Michaela alone. It wasn't a big deal.
I am so sick of cancel culture. I am literally anti-canceling anybody or anything. Like with the whole Michaela Lash drama, I had thousands of people asking me to review that mascara or to talk about it. And I'm like, I am not God. I am not here to judge. Leave Michaela alone. Like, God, I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Again, people didn't have a problem with the fact that Michaela was selling a mascara. They had a problem with the fact that she was trying to hide that she was being paid as an ad for that mascara. It's really not that difficult. It is trust. Influencers need to have trust and integrity. And when you lose that, you lose the respect of your whole fucking following, or at least the majority of your following. And then you get pissed off that everyone else, the reaction that people have had, it's like fucking hitting someone with your car and then going, how dare you be upset at me for hitting you with my car? Like, what the fuck? Like, stop being upset at other people's reactions to your fucking actions. Okay, there's only 2 other points I want to mention. The first one is around Jeffree Star. So she says that she doesn't want to hear shit in the comments.
For this, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Lash Curler. And the reason why is because when it opens up, like as opposed to this one that's MAC, see how much that opens? See how his opens so big? So it's basically impossible to like curl his lashes because it's hard to get them in. With Jeffree's, you can get so easily in there and then just like halfway, like right there. I don't want to hear it. I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments like, I can't believe you support Jeffree Star. Like, I already know, because Jeffree is one of those people that the second that his name comes out of someone's mouth, it's like, you're canceled. This is a great lash curler. I'm using.
Again, don't get mad at me for my actions. Like, just leave me alone. While supporting somebody who has been openly racist and transphobic. I just can't. Like, Jeffree Star has literally just had a video saying that he doesn't understand pronouns.
I'm not into all the other thing.
What other
The they and them.
Yeah.
And all that extra that we added during the pandemic because everyone was so bored on their houses. They just started to make up more and
more stuff?
Yeah. That's where like conservatives like me because I'm just real.
Yeah, you do have a conservative
you're not
vibe to you.
Them. You're trans, you're male or you're female.
And you're standing on that.
Get so mad when I say that. How are you a they? What the does that mean? It's stupid is what it is.
Yeah.
But you need someone like me that looks like me to say it. Because if you say it, it turns into you're homophobic, you hate trans people, you hate gays. And it's just how you feel. You don't hate anyone. You just think it's stupid.
He doesn't understand they, them. Like, did it take me a minute to sort of get my head around using they, them pronouns with a colleague I had? Yeah, but you get over it. It's really not that big a deal. If you don't want to use pronouns, use the person's name. Because, for example, I don't want to offend if I accidentally say she, he, for whoever I'm talking to, because unfortunately, it's second nature. It was ingrained into me from a very young age to use gender-specific pronouns and assuming people's gender. It takes time to unravel that habit. It took time. Because I didn't want to accidentally offend and accidentally say the wrong pronoun, I would just say the person's name until I got used to using it in that term. It really isn't difficult. Jaclyn openly uses a Jeffree Star product, again promotes it and says that, you know, it opens wider than like I think a MAC eyelash curler or something, and therefore it's easier to use on her eyelashes. If it's that good, why don't you create your own? Rather than supporting a brand owner and business that are extremely controversial. You're not doing your brand any favours either. Literally, Morphe removed Jeffree Star Cosmetics from their website, and therefore Jaclyn consistently associating with him is actually just going to bring more heat to Morphe because she's a Morphe owned brand. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about is the fact that she shaded a smaller business. So this is a little bit of a longer story, but Jaclyn recently came out with I don't know if it was recently, it's in like the last year or something, came out with a brand called Koze.
I cannot believe I am launching another brand.
And it was like homeware and loungewear or something. So she brought out a brand. However, when she brought out the brand, immediately people were in the comments saying there was another YouTuber, not just any just random brand, there was another YouTuber who had already created a small business called Koze, Koze, exactly the same spelling.
Jaclyn first announced the brand, a lot of people were like, that name kind of sounds familiar. And that's because Kaylin Nicholson has a long-standing brand called Koze. And even though the brands are pronounced differently, they both start with a K and they're spelt the exact same way.
And therefore she needed to like maybe look into this because it's not really fair that both people are YouTubers. So if you look for like Koze YouTuber or Koze YouTuber, Jaclyn's brand is automatically going to come at the top because she's a bigger fucking influencer. So she's going to have more people clicking through and therefore when you search on Google, it's going to be higher up the fucking list. What she's done, inadvertently apparently, is fuck over another brand. I wanted to make sure I got this YouTuber's name because I don't think it's fair the way that she's been treated by Jaclyn. Jaclyn is literally giving off mean girl energy in this next clip. So this is by Kaylin Nicholson. Kaylin Nicholson created her own brand, Koze, Koze, exactly the same spelling, a year or a couple of years prior to Jaclyn creating hers. There was like a new Instagram account created by Jaclyn, and it was exactly the same spelling. Kaylin turned around to Jaclyn and said, oh, just so you know, I have a brand called Koze, would love to talk to you about this, or something like that. And of course,
the account already had a few hundred followers, and it became clear to her that this account was most likely soon to be an influencer business.
When I fell across this Instagram only had like 300 followers at the time, and only one post from July. And remember that it was from July, because that will become important in a moment. So I just posted a comment on that Instagram post, which only had a couple hundred likes, just saying like, hey, I don't know if this is a brand launch of somebody, but if it is, and like maybe you didn't know I exist, but now you might. I am a YouTuber. I have a brand called All Things Koze. I did not create the cozy aesthetic by any means. And there's definitely enough pie for everybody. Like, I don't know what this brand even is supposed to be at this point. Like, if it's gonna be a huge lifestyle brand umbrella like I've created, that's awesome. If it's just merchandise, that's also awesome. Like cozy comforting wear, that's also awesome. But do you mind maybe just going by any other name?
the next post was that they had actually trademarked Koze.
What bothered her the most was that instead of this creator reaching out to her and trying to talk things out or come to some kind of agreement, they responded by posting a reel with the cozy name with a TM symbol in bold. Kaylin said the whole response really didn't sit right with her, especially since Jaclyn didn't actually have the name trademarked.
Now, a lot of people have said, well, Kaylin should have just trademarked it and then this wouldn't have happened. It's just as being a decent human being. If you find that another person on your own platform has already created a brand under the same heading, why? I just don't understand why she couldn't have called it Koze with a double E or a dash E. Any other spelling. She could have had any other spelling, but she chose to steal this person's spelling. Like, literally a quick Google would have showed you that it was already being used. And that in this video, Jaclyn shows a brush, I think it's from It Cosmetics or something, and it has a TM on it, a trademark symbol. And Jaclyn throws shade at Kaylin for not trademarking.
It's by It Cosmetics. It's just says Heavenly Skin, TM. At least they trademarked it.
Trademarking is fucking expensive, especially considering Kaylyn's in Canada, so it's even more expensive. And Kaylin doesn't have indispensable fucking money like Jaclyn does. She also doesn't have Morphe paying for the majority of her fucking brands. I'm so done with Jaclyn. I really genuinely thought they'd start taking responsibility as she got older, but she's just gotten worse. She says at the end of one of those clips that, oh, if you think I'm a good person, great, like, that, I really appreciate it, stay subscribed or whatever.
And I'm so sick of constantly having to defend my character, so I've decided, like, I made a pact with myself and my therapist and God a few months ago where I was like, I'm done. I'm not explaining myself anymore. If you think I'm a good person, thank you. Come back and watch my videos. Let's chat. I'll see you in my DMs. If you think I'm a liar, if you think I'm shady, if you think whatever, then literally unfollow me.
But you're coming off as a fucking mean-ass bitch in this. She's coming off as one of the mean girls. She's coming off as Regina George. She's being called out by Janice. And Janice is drama channels that are covering this. By Jen Love Reviews, who literally has documentation proving the fact that she's just consistently lies to her audience. I really genuinely don't understand how Jaclyn can keep coming back from shit like this, because she consistently just lies and doesn't take responsibility for her actions. Like, this is why people don't trust the beauty community. This is why people lost so much trust in the beauty community, because you had people like this that literally defend Lashgate or Mascaragate, whatever it was called, and say like, oh, just stop bullying her, stop, like, leave her alone. You guys are making fuckloads of money from your followers. But this isn't from, like, you can make a fuckload of money as an influencer from big brands who can afford to give you, like, some of them are being paid, I'm not even kidding, 100 to 200 grand a fucking post. You do not need to undersell to your subscriber base and fuck them over and lie to them constantly to make you money.
To my list of things that I could be doing if I did not have 3 businesses. While I'm sitting here doing this, like, if we're just gonna have an open, transparent conversation, I'm literally like, I could just sell everything. Like, I could just sell Jaclyn Roxanne, sell Koze, cosmetics, just quit it all and just do this.
You have so many other ways to do it. You do not need to take advantage of your fucking audience to do that. I'm done. I'm so fucking done with her. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that the video's been kind of lacking. I've run out of a lot of steam recently, so I just don't have energy to film and edit. as much as I really want to. I haven't got a passion project that I'm currently working on, so because of that I'm just doing sporadic videos again, so I apologise. I'm gonna likely have more time in a couple of months, so I'll take more time to like schedule stuff and film and edit properly. Just bear with me. I am trying. There's a lot going on and I feel like I'm mentally and physically just drained, so I'm really sorry about that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video anyway. If you did, make sure to give this a like and subscribe if you feel like it. I'd really appreciate it. But I hope you enjoyed it and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!